It's 11:59 at Radio Free America, and this is Uncle Sam with music and the truth until dawn. Right now, I got a few words for some of our brothers and sisters in the occupied zone. The chair is against the wall. The chair is against the wall. John has a long mustache. John has a long mustache. It's 12 o'clock, Americans, another day closer to victory. And for all of you out there on or behind the lines, this is your song.
And welcome everybody to our daily gun show. We come to you live every day at noon Eastern. That's 9 a.m. Pacific for about an hour each day. We do 3 gun-related topics, different topics throughout the week. We run it live on YouTube, and we simulcast it over at gunchannels.com, where we're watching the live comments that are coming in from everybody watching the show as we're live. We'll take the audio from the best shows and post it over on iTunes as podcast. So we appreciate everybody that watches the show now or in the future, especially those that leave us some feedback, subscribe to the channels, leave comments. All those things let us know you're out there, so we appreciate it. But it also lets the show get recommended to more listeners. And that's one of our goals, so we do appreciate everybody that takes the time to do that for our shows. We've got host, Bob's jumping in from Canada. Thanks for joining.
Hey, glad to be here.
We got Jimmy running the show up in Phoenix.
Yep, thanks. Good to be here.
We got people lurking in the spreadsheet over there, but don't seem to be sticking their foot in the water. And then down here in Tucson. So maybe we'll have some other people jumping in today. We'll see. Let's see. We're on episode number 449, and it's Thursday. So that means we'll be talking about CCW, gun stuff, and training. It's also Thanksgiving, so I guess we'll start the show. Are we going to do anything happen overnight anymore?
Got nothing. Kids.
Yeah, no. Might as well just, unless something really big comes up, let's just shoot for starting the show unless somebody says, oh, I want to talk about this.
Okay, so CCW today. Back pocket carry. Is it a good idea? I don't know where this one came from. Maybe from ideas when we were asking people on Monday. But back pocket. I had a Keltec P3AT. I think I got a bunch of those actually. And putting those into a DeSantis, I think it was, little pocket holster. I carried them in my back pocket as a backup. Yeah. I guess the theory was put it in your back pocket is pretty much gone. I mean, it's like counterweights your wallet sometimes in your pants or what. But then I guess the idea is if somebody asks you for a wallet, hey, you're just reaching for your wallet, right?
That's it. Yeah, you stole the words right out of my mouth. That's, you want my money? Hold on a second. I got it right here. And, defend myself. But yeah, I think it's a great idea. I tried that 43 for a while, the 380 Glock, or no, the 42, I'm sorry. The 380 Glock, and I really didn't like it just because of the trigger, and it was kind of like awkward. Maybe it was just too big for a pocket, but that LCP, I like those. Those are pretty good for a back pocket. I would say you got to watch the size of the gun for that, obviously. But yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Pocket, then you're not getting it out very fast. But if you got like I don't know, Dickies or something with big ass back pockets on them, then the thing. And back pockets are unlike other pockets, right? They're the same material as your pants, just stapled onto other material, so they're really stiff, and there's nowhere for that gun to flop around in most pants. At least most pants I have.
Yeah, and most holsters like that P380, like P3AT, a lot of those inside our pocket holsters, they like print like wallets. It's like a big square, pretty much. So I mean,
oh yeah,
exactly. In your back pocket, no one's the wiser.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen those holsters. I remember seeing one years and years ago, I think an Easy Rider magazine, that actually replaced the grips on your pistol and then just had a hole for your finger to go through.
Yeah, those are AOWs now.
Yeah, that's what I figured. But at the time they were just sold in magazines. I always thought that was the coolest thing ever. So I guess we're all agreed on it. Geez, that's a first.
Yeah.
Good idea. Go buy one.
Yeah.
Plus, it's an excuse to buy a back pocket gun if you don't have a back pocket gun.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Something to go with your ankle gun and your front pocket gun.
All right. Well, took care of that pretty quick.
Yeah, no kidding. Well,
so,
we were running a little late, so hey, that makes up for it.
So now we'll efficiently go into gun stuff. We'll solve this real quick. Steel targets. Before we do, though, we'll take a break between the first and second segment of the show every day to feature one of the members over at Gun Channels. Gun Channels being a place that we built a while back, 4 years ago now. Community focused on firearms. Lots of stuff to do over there, and it's completely run by its members. With that in mind, we feature a new member every day, and today it's Quark. Flashback to Quark.
Quark? God, I wonder what happened to him.
I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Yeah, could be.
Somebody corked him.
Yeah.
It's sad, but yeah, he was one of the original members and hung out a lot on the Gun Channels. He was part of Every Second Matters when we started all that up, and hung out on YouTube, start chats and everything, and then regularly joined in on the chats. He was also one of the first lobby hosts.
That's true, wasn't he?
Yeah. Cat lobbies.
Yeah, Quark and his cats. Yeah, he's
interesting guy. He started out with some kind of goofy, Walther P99 or something, and then went to some other gun, and then finally got a Glock, I think, once he figured out there's no point fighting it. Just buy the Glock.
Just give in.
I thought he had one of those interchangeable barrel revolvers to start with.
A what?
Oh, it was Dan Wesson.
Wesson? I think he just loved Dan Wesson, but I don't think he ever had a Dan Wesson.
Oh, I thought he did.
Well, he's not here, so we'll just assume he never had a Dan Wesson. But yeah, I guess he had ill health, and then he got poor, and then he quit Gun Channels, hanging out at Gun Channels. But that's sad.
Yeah, well, I think he had 2 jobs there, trying to pay bills.
That's what happens when you have 2 jobs. It's pointless.
Yeah, no time for Gun Channels.
All right. Well, we do have time for gun stuff, and that'll be steel targets. So we have a link here to AR500. I don't know why we put this in here. Does somebody remember what this one's?
Oh, Dan will put it in there. I think it's a deal or something like that for steel target. Go look at it. Hold on.
Oh, so the guy who ain't even in here put this in here.
And didn't put any notes on what he meant by putting it in there.
It's just that there's a bunch of deals on a bunch of steel targets right now at AR500.
Right on. Well, I'm going to step away for a bit. You guys can take the ball for a bit.
Yeah. So, I don't know, Jimmy, you ever shoot steel targets?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Even I've even shot at steel that's not meant to be shot at before. Like I've galvanized steel I've shot at a bunch of them, but I do I guess since we're talking about these AR500s here real quick, I have shot a couple of those, and I don't. The only reason I like it is because from a long distance, you can hear you hit it. You know.
Yeah.
You don't have to have somebody looking out for you. I mean, I guess you should have a spotter if you're trying to zero something in or whatever. But if you're just shooting and plinking, you hit it.
Yep. That's what I like about them. You can hear it ring. Well, the only thing with steel is you got to watch. You can't really shoot them up close, unless you're using those bullets.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean,
you ever shoot steel suppressed out of something suppressed?
No.
Oh man, the steel goes off louder than the gun. It's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, that'd be kind of handy.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
I like it for long range stuff because, like I say, it's hard to tell unless you got a spotting scope set up and everything else.
Yeah.
At least you hit it. You might not know exactly where, but.
Then I like those. You ever have any time with those knockdown targets at all?
Like the little steel chickens and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. My brother and I used to shoot long-range pistol at those things.
Yeah, they're pretty neat. They're pretty neat. I like the ones where they're like spring or whatever, spring assisted. So when you shoot them, they go back and then
pop back up.
Whatever. Yeah. Yeah, 9mm doesn't move them too much.
No. When we used to shoot those long-range pistol, it was with a Ruger 44 Magnum, but with a 12-inch barrel, So it was a lot of fun.
That'll knock something down.
Oh, yeah. But then you'd get the guys next to you shooting with those single shot, and 221 Fireball, and it's like a bolt action pistol,
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh shit. And they're ticking stuff off at 500 yards with them. But yeah, that's the cool part with steel. You can get, we get a lot of these steel 22 caliber targets, and they're just little spinners and flappers and flippers kind of things, eh? You can set up. You don't want to shoot them with 9mm. Kind of wrecks them.
No, yeah, but you know what though? What you brought up though, that kind of made me think of one of them dueling trees. Those are pretty fun if you got a buddy out there with you or something like that. I mean, even by yourself, but you know, it's pretty fun.
Yeah, see how fast you can flip them over, and then see if you can beat the time flipping them back, or
yeah. The one time I did it. Oh my bad. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, competing against each other. That's fun, where you see who can keep them all on one side, eh?
Yeah, yeah. That, and then like I said though, I had one. There was one thing I forgot what it was. It was some drill where you shot one side and then reloaded the magazine and then shot the other side and then your timed on it or something like that. But yeah, it was pretty fun. The experience I had with them anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I like steel. I think it's a neat idea. AR-500 for like plate to put in your plate carriers, though. I'm not sure I really like that stuff. G-Web's let me try putting on the steel one and then putting on his ceramic one. I much prefer the ceramic one to wear.
They're a lot lighter, yeah. The only thing is, though, is I mean, once that ceramic one gets shot, you're pretty much, you got to switch it out.
Yeah, if you're lucky if you get 2 or 3 hits on it before it's completely useless.
Yeah, well, especially if someone's using a rifle.
Once that steel gets hit, you get to buy a new chin and face. So
that's why they cover it with rhino lining.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's why the military was like, "Duh, why don't we use that? Because it's so awesome." Nope, that didn't happen because it's not.
Well, yeah, but they do have that whatever, that fouling stuff on there, and then the vest should catch most of whatever is flying. A couple little pieces of copper.
We will disagree on that. But there's you guys are talking about steel closeness or whatever. You can get the frangible ammo where it's basically copper powder that's smushed together and like MIM bullets made out of copper, and then you can go really close, like really, really close to steel, and it just integrates.
Yeah, I've seen that. But yeah, I've shot for expedient steel. We used to have a lot of old farm equipment out in the junk pile, right? And you can shoot a plow blade for days and it's not going to do nothing. I don't know what they make plow blades out of, but they're damn hard.
Well, they're hardened, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they have. Yeah. You're bouncing them off rocks and shit.
Yeah, got a bunch of rims. You can put there's be rims out in the desert, and people figure out where they are, or they paint them white or something, and then use them as like the really far target.
Yeah,
those shoot for a long time, so you get too many holes in them, and you can't hear them anymore.
Oh yeah, I've seen propane tanks left out in the desert and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, people, yeah.
Well, those suck. You can't. I mean, the first time you hit a half empty or full propane tank, it might be interesting, but every subsequent shot, you can't hear it. It doesn't move. I think it's the worst crash to put out there, but there's definitely a lot of them out there. But they're like a stop sign. Like you can't tell you're hitting them. You can't see that you're hitting them even with a good optic. So it's really just putting trash out there and shooting towards it. I like about real steel too. It's not like leaving big chunks of steel behind. You shoot out little propane tanks or the big propane tank, you're leaving shards of sharp metal out there.
Oh yeah, yeah, that can be
Swiss cheese.
Yeah.
Even cans and stuff will leave metal shaving or pieces behind.
Yep.
Well, now it turned into shooting junk in the desert or whatever, but for steel targets, they're super nice. The only disadvantage is their weight. So, ideally you've got a place where you can leave them, or you have a range where they're out and everybody kind of owns them together. That's really the best possible scenario.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You've been out to the 3-point, got the little tiny chicken?
I think so.
The 22 range where there's like a billion little tiny chickens and you can, like, they're all like size of your hand or smaller, and then
Yeah, we
set
looked
'em up.
at it.
Okay.
We looked at it, but we didn't shoot it. Yeah.
You go out there and you set them up for like an hour, and then you sit there and you shoot them down for like 15 minutes, and then you go out and you set them up for like an hour. But what's nice about that range is it's only 22, so nobody's gonna come over and be weird next to you. You're just only shooting 22s, and if you bring kids, you have the kids set up between sessions or whatever. You have them run around, and then they go run around and do something, and you don't have to go out and set up a target.
Yep. But yeah, those little chickens with 22s are fun. Yeah.
And then you guys dueling trees. Dueling trees are super awesome.
Yes. Yeah, we talked about dueling trees. Yeah, they're cool.
Oh yeah, I love them.
Yeah, definitely one of the neat things. All right. Well, so then have you seen the little spinner dealies? The little cheap spinner dealies? You can
Yeah.
sometimes make a dueling tree by just adding another piece of wire to that. So when you shoot it from the bottom, it goes up and stops. So it doesn't spin all the way around. And then you have to shoot it from the top to knock it back down. So you can make a dueling tree out of one of them cheap ones with just adding a coat hanger.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh yeah, and you can do that with BB gun ones or the the self-healing rubber kinds even. So
Yeah.
it's just a matter of just put a coat hanger up there so that when they come around, they can't come all the way around. And then when you can shoot them down, you shoot them back the other way, and you got your dueling tree.
Oh,
Actually,
cool.
they're horizontal too.
Yeah, because those things are actually fairly cheap.
Oh yeah,
You can pick them up. Actually, now that you're saying that, I'm thinking, you could get 2 or 3 of those, a piece of rebar, make a little foot pad for it, weld them to the rebar, and you could make your own little cheapo dueling tree for like $10.
or like a what do they call that thing? The line of plates. The plate. I guess it's just called the plates. Like the, you know what I'm saying? They're a horizontal line of plates.
Yep.
All right, well, yeah, plate rack. Thanks. So I think the only thing we didn't talk about is Texas Stars, which are also awesome. When we were driving around or walking around the Tulsa show, I noticed a guy was walking out, like a hand truck. He had this thing like all folded up. And by the time he walked past me, I recognized what it was, but it was sort of origami Texas Star looking thing. Like you could tell that it was like a Texas Star that would fold out, kind of like one of them pop-up tents. Made out of steel. And, that was pretty cool because usually stars are huge, obnoxious things that you have to leave at a range because they're just physically so huge.
Yeah, they're so bulky.
So I guess that's gun stuff anyway. You're welcome. We'll move into the gun training.
Yeah, why not? What do we got for training? Not online. Oh, gun scholarships. Thank God.
Yes. Well, what the hell happened to it? Who just deleted it?
Not me.
So, gun scholarships. The only thing I could think of would be getting a scholarship to like a gunsmithing school. Is there other kind of gun scholarships?
I think gun scholarships for people who are doing competitive shooting.
Oh, so somebody who's like on a shooting team and then gets their college paid for it.
Right.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it's big here in my
I knew a guy in the Army that I went to school with, and he got out, went home, and his unit sent him to the pistol team or something like that. And he didn't get school, I don't think, for free, but he did get compensation. Like he got paid to go shoot on the team, and he got tons of ammo. He got 1911 and a ton of ammo because they wanted him to do that.
Oh, that's neat.
They're like, here, you're on the shooting team, but here's the problem: you got to shoot all this ammo.
Yeah. Well, my
Goes to saying there's scholarships from 4-H for shooting. That's pretty cool.
we actually have like a lot of our hunting federations will do university scholarships for kids who shoot skeet and stuff like that, and then they'll do competitive skeet shooting, and eventually can get on to like international teams, or not international, but like your national team, I guess. So pretty interesting because a lot of those kids, like if you're shooting pistol and stuff, they can go into the Olympics and stuff like that. And they are giving out scholarships for that. It's a great idea.
I can't say I'm an expert on 4-H, but I can only assume that you're only going to be able to go to a school that starts at 4-H, right?
Yeah, no. Well, at least not here. Here it's like, yeah, a school will sponsor you. Like there are kids here who will get on a skeet team or something, and they'll get a sponsorship to go to a university down south, like down in the States. So, kind of cool.
Like a soft immigration push.
Maybe.
I guess if we got to take somebody from Canada, we might as well take their shooters.
Oh, there you go, man. Makes sense. That should just be an automatic green card. Do you shoot? Oh, okay, you can come in.
So what about if these companies out there are paying $30,000, $60,000 to have an article in a magazine, try to sell their product or whatever, get a review of their product out in front of people? What if they were to take that $25,000 and do some kind of scholarship for some kid? Would you think? I would think that'd be better PR than freaking article, or some kind of ad.
Well, I bet there is some that are doing that. I'll bet you there's some, especially if you look into the skeet, because that kind of skeet and trap shooting is considered more politically acceptable, I guess, as far as a shooting sport. And so I'm willing to bet that there's shotgun manufacturers, ammunition manufacturers that have scholarships.
Probably true. I'm just not looking for them. But yeah, it's an Olympic sport, so it's like legit.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, you look at any of those Olympic shooting sports, even the biathletes in the Winter Olympics. That's got to be a tough sport. Because you not only have to cross-country ski for miles, you have to be able to shoot tiny little targets.
Speaking of tiny little targets, Robbie just posted this at his range. They've got, I think he said this is his range. They got this one. So you start with this one, and you go down to this little aspirin-sized little dinghy.
Holy shit!
That's kind of neat. I don't think I've seen it in such a progression. I think I might have seen one where there's like 2 or 3 different sizes, but that's really cool. I like that. Although with this one, how do you know they're getting the little pink part and not just the rod or whatever holding it?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I was kind of thinking that myself. It'd almost be easier at that point to hit the wire.
Yeah, it would probably happen at least. I wonder why that one's sticking up, if that's like an action shot or if that's got some kind of a stop where it shoots up like that and then you have to shoot them back down.
It almost looks like it has a stop there, eh?
Yeah, it would have been tough to get that picture just right there, huh?
Yeah.
All right. So it looks like they're over there chatting on the YouTube side. Nobody's working today. Everybody's off today. That's good.
Oh, yeah. I guess it's Turkey Day for you guys, right?
Linwood University kicks ass every year in shotgun. And he says Linwood gets kids on the Olympic team every time. So I don't know. Is that I guess that's a school?
Yep.
Eggs and prune. Who's making food for Bob?
Who's that, Melvin? Not what? You working on your regularity there, Mel?
All right. So we got Jimmy back. We can keep moving on to something else, I guess. So that was the second segment of the show only. Field targets. Here's the thing about AR-500. That's the name of a type of metal. And then that guy calls his company that. And I think he made it so that other people can't use the word AR-500 to describe their own steel, even though it might be AR-500 type steel.
That sucks.
It's weird. So move into gun shop.
Yeah, let's take a look at the gun shop today.
We don't have a gun shop today.
What?
Dun, dun, dun. So we're going to do something else. We were playing around with this yesterday. We'll go ahead and copyright our show since we copyright Smeggy's show yesterday. There's a YouTube pretty awesome. And I'm pretty sure from my CSI work on the internet that it's Dragonman's sister. Where am I going to find it? Oh, you know what I bet you I can do? Let's go to my history. I'm going to go to my YouTube history here. It's called Hot Brass and Bullets is the name of the channel. And we're going to go look at a video from her. Whoa, we thought that was a tactical pop quiz, but it's just some guy shooting.
No.
I got confused there for a second.
Yeah, I know. For a second, I was like, "What, Jimmy? Right in the middle of it."
So I'm pretty sure this is Dragon Man's sister. At least it's somebody who definitely knows Dragon Man pretty good and has a bunch of videos, tons of videos. She's got 100,000 subscribers basically, and I don't know. It won't tell you how many videos people have anymore because they try to hide that for some reason. But a lot of videos, and most of them are of Dragon Man doing his cool shit and being awesome. So I guess let's go to this one that says 16 minutes. Since 15 minutes. We're going to zip through a portion of this Afghani and Iraq. So let's look at the significance of this. This is Dragon Man's pad here. So when you've seen the gun shop, you've gone into this building and down into this little auxiliary, like, right? That's all you've ever been in when you look at the gun shop of Dragon Man. This is his shop for working on vehicles and stuff. This is his museum, right? That's the museum. He's about to expand into this and eventually into this as well. And then this is his house over here. His ranges are way over here, but yeah, this is a really neat intro.
Got involved with World War I in 1917. As the wars progressed, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, Iraq, and Afghanistan.
How awesome is that to see these little tripods of hatchets, picks, and shovels? I've never even seen that before. That's awesome.
And the uniforms changed. So follow me. We're going to go into the Iraqi room. Kevlar all around. And these are the bomb shoes. Those are pretty interesting. See the bomb shoes? They have 4 prongs coming out. So it distributes the weight evenly. All it takes is 30 to 35 pounds to press on a diaphragm landmine and it'll go off. So that was a pretty good idea. These are both bomb suits that they're wearing. This is the early one. That's the late one. And you come around here, these are all souvenirs over the last 26 years. Mostly the Fort Carson's 10th Special Forces brought me back. They use my shooting ranges a lot. And for doing that, they're always bringing me back more souvenirs. But they tell me as the years went by, it's getting harder and harder to bring this kind of stuff back from Iraq and Afghanistan. Because the governments over there, they don't want that flags in America. They don't want all this stuff taken out of the country. They feel it says. Okay, over here, look at this. These are Russian-made RPGs. This is some souvenir to bring back. This is what they're using against the American vehicles over there. This is an RPG. That's a rocket-propelled grenade. And this will actually go through 2.5 inches of steel. See, when you take the string off around here, the wings open up when it comes through the tube. And this will actually go through 2.5 inches of steel, and almost all the armored cars, tanks, and Jeeps and Humvees and stuff that they have in Iraq and Afghanistan. Yeah, you come around newest gas mask, which they don't even have yet. I know a colonel who lives down the block here, and they sent 24 of these to Fort Carson to be experimented with. That's the new gas mask, and he lent me one to show people in the museum. If everything goes with the whatever test they're doing on it, they're supposed to issue these to the GIs all around the world the first of the year. Yeah, they're always bringing back, I got armored plates that guys got shot with. We have.
How timely is that?
Have Iraqi captured flags with blood stains on them. And when you come into this next room, this is all the stuff they brought me back in the last 26 years from Iraq. This is the Iraqi display. That's the American Iraqi display. This is the Iraqi display. I have over 300 of these dead Iraqi soldiers, you know, the insurgents, the bad guys. They have to photograph the body after they shoot the bad guys. I have over 300 of them. Okay, you swing the camera around here. These are called hookahs. They told me they could bring back a brand new one, but they can't bring back a used one because of the diseases. So I understand that. And check this out. Here's a picture of the camel spiders. They run around the desert. They're 13 to 16-inch diameter. They told me they run about 20 miles an hour, and they do bite, but they're not poisonous. How would you like one of those in your sleeping bag?
No.
They're called camel spiders. Okay, these two show cabinets here, these have original homemade Iraqi insurgents knives, the bad guys' knives. There's no two knives the same. Each knife is different. A lot of them have blood stains on them. And they're always bringing me more stuff back. Here, come around the turn here. These are original Republican Guard uniforms.
Uh-oh.
Some of them were taken from Saddam Hussein's palaces when they took.
Notice what he's carrying there in this guy? Notice? Notice? Are you noticing that? I hear lack of acknowledgement from Canada.
Yeah.
A lot of these were taken at the prison yards where they had to undress and put the prisoner pajamas on. All the AK-47s, all the weapons you see in my museum, everything is real and fully operational because this is my private collection and we have nothing to do with the U.S. government. The government museums, nothing can work. That's like no fun. Okay, swing the camera around here. Check out this picture.
Auto.
They gave me this picture. This is one of Saddam Hussein's palaces south of Baghdad. See that? And they told me that's where the sand came from, the rocks from around the palace, the knife they found in the palace, pieces of the palace, and the money they found in the palace. That makes a whole story. Yeah, this is the General's Republican Guard uniform, and this is the Iraqi Republican Guard uniform. See that? Yeah, over here, this is what the kids wear over there. You know, when they're going to school or walking around town, this is the way the kids dress over there in that kind of outfit.
Just like what
Okay,
Bob
you come
wears.
around here. I only have one Republican Guard Special Forces uniform, and that's over here. That's a Republican Guard Special Forces uniform. Here's a picture of one of Saddam Hussein's limousines. See that? They shut up. I'm sure he had plenty of limousines. That's not just the only one. So they gave me a picture of the limousine, and they brought back a piece of his dashboard. They're always bringing me more stuff back. That's real nice of them. This is all the stuff that they would have had in their backpack. We got the soap, the toothpaste, even the Coca-Cola was in Iraqi writing. They're very religious over there. In fact, there's over 100 religions in the world. A Dragon Arms t-shirt. Yeah, them guys really like me. And if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have 85% of all this stuff. Okay, they found this sword next to Saddam Hussein's bed. It looked brand new to me. And you know, this thing really is really heavy. I mean,
Holy
this will
crap.
take my head off like in a second. This was found next to one of his beds in one of his palaces.
He's just got it there. You can pick it up and hang on.
Okay, let me show you these pictures. They're very important. In fact, they belong in a history book. I got these from the colonel that was in charge of the capture of Saddam Hussein. Here's the hole they pulled him out of. See that? They roughed him up a little bit. They opened up his footlocker, all American $100 bills. These are guys from the 4th ID that helped capture him. They're in Fort Hood, Texas now. Over here, they're taking him to trial. That's what he looked like when they were taking him to trial. They told me this is the jail that they kept him in. This is 1 hour before they hung him. And here's a double gallows in case one malfunction. And here's the rope around his neck. These pictures really belong in a history book. I have the CD card. Okay, we're going to go right down the line here. They always call me up and they want to show their parents their mannequin with their picture and their uniform. You know, makes them very proud, and we're very proud of them. So that was a pretty good idea. Okay, Okay, the next room we're going to go into is Afghanistan. That's where they're fighting today. In 2 more months, another 20,000 square feet. Because this room bigger. We are. Okay, everything in this room was brought back in the last 5 or 6 years from Afghanistan. And as you see, it's pretty crowded already. I'm going to have to make this room bigger. We are extending the museum in 2 more months, another 20,000 square feet. Because I have to get ready for my North Korea display.
All right.
That's coming soon. Yeah, this is all the see those boxes there? That's all the hookah stuff that they smoke. You know, like the marijuana stuff. Whatever they call it. It's all in there. These are bolo knives that they use in Afghanistan, and they're made in India. Okay, see this mannequin over here? This is what they're fighting against in Iraq and Afghanistan. See this guy? If he drops the bolo knife and the AK-47, he just blends in with everybody else. The enemy over there doesn't have a uniform. So that's why a lot of citizens over there are getting shot by accident. They don't know the good guys from the bad guys. They're very, very religious. Yeah, these are called prayer beads. See those beads he's holding? And that's his holy Bible. And they're very religious over there. They told me they touch 2 or 3 of those beads every couple of hours. They lean on their prayer rug and they pray to their God. Allah. Okay, if you swing the camera around, this here's the all religious stuff. See that Holy Bible, holy water.
I don't think it's called the Holy Bible.
Very, very religious people. And like I told you, there's over 100 religions in the world. You look back at history, and they grab their AK-47, they smoke some of that stuff from their hookah, and then they go look for Americans. Okay, let me show you the uniform that the Afghanistan Army wears. And that's over here. And this is the way the Afghanistan Army's uniforms look. And that's about all I can tell you about Afghanistan. Well, there's really a lot more, but, you know, I got to get back to work. So I hope you guys liked everything. You guys have a great day. And we'll have more videos coming soon. Don't change the station.
So, yeah, that's called Hot Brass and Bullets is the channel. So,
oh, definitely. That's cool.
Yeah, check it out. So super good, high quality videos of his museum. So definitely worth checking out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
So that was our gun shop today, and this in here, I guess. What are we gonna do next? Gun of the day?
Sure. Let's talk about the gun of the day. It's the Boys, actually, the British Boys anti-tank rifle. So 55 caliber. So it's bigger than your 50. Anyway, bolt action 5-shot anti-tank rifle by 1942. Beginning of 43, it was being replaced by the Spigot mortar, which was basically a shaped charge launcher. Yeah, it's an anti-tank rifle. You know, what can you say? It's kicks like a mule and shoots big bullets. Go through, you know, like the early Panzer IIs and IIIs. It could take out, especially from the sides or the rear. And you know, you get that, you'd punch through their light armor, and you get that big chunk of lead bouncing around inside, along with all the shattered bits of steel. Good gun. But, like I say, by, you know, not even mid-war, by early into the war, they were completely outclassed by the new armor that was coming out. So they pretty much, you know, quit using them. Which is funny. Like, I always wondered why they never used them, like, as a sniper or long distance anti-material rifle.
Looks like you could beat someone with those stripper clips.
Oh yeah, well, you just imagine, man. Like that gun weighs I think it's 32 pounds without the ammunition. And the ammunition's another couple of pounds, but 5-round box magazines, top loading, rock in, pretty simple to use. The whole rifle itself is quite simple to use. It's like shooting a big giant bolt action rifle. They're best. They were used best when they were mounted on a light armored vehicle, like one of those Bren gun carriers. They usually have one of those mounted or a Bren gun. So for that, worked really well. Because, yeah, apparently the recoil would just about knock you senseless.
Yeah, I could imagine. Those are some pretty big cartridges there.
Yeah. And, it did have kind of a buffer type. It had a spring. So the whole, when you fired it, like the barrel and the bolt in action were in a chassis on the gun that was spring loaded, which is probably part of the reason it weighed so much. But it did allow it to recoil back about an inch, which was supposed to take some of the recoil out. And, I guess it took some out, but yeah, apparently it was just a miserable rifle to shoot as far as recoil. But
yeah, that buttstock just looks painful.
Yeah, well, it's supposedly soft rubber.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You can imagine, like, if you've got tanks rolling down on you, yeah, you're going to be firing them and probably not even noticing the recoil.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could, handle it.
Yeah.
Is that a little knife thing that they got in there? Or is that just a handle?
You can push that thing up with your left hand into your shoulder, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Yeah. So your one hand goes on the grip, your other hand would go on that rear handle and keep it tight to your shoulder. But it's an interesting gun. It's unfortunately being 55 caliber. It's AOW, I guess. I've seen a few here. Like we've a few in our museums, especially our military museums and that. But I've never had a chance to shoot one or anything.
Anything over 50 is a destructive device.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd love to try shoot one at least once or twice. But I'm pretty sure it would be painful. But that is a serious looking bolt.
Like as long as my forearm.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's a pretty cool gun of the day, Bob.
A little something different today. So that's our gun of the day. Kind of shows how fast the tank technology changed, eh? That was quite adequate in 1939, 40, 41. And, even 42, as long as you could hit them from the side or the back. But after that, it was just useless. You're just spang rounds off a tank all day.
Huh?
Still on armored cars and stuff, it would still work.
Travis saying kill a tank, then get shoulder surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
At least you live.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we had a movie, but we don't have a movie. I guess that's just Bob's gun reaching over into that column. So we need a gun movie. So if somebody's got a suggestion for a gun movie, let us know. Is there a Thanksgiving movie? Planes, and automobiles. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. That's Thanksgiving, isn't it?
Yeah.
What holiday is Uncle Buck's? Is that Christmas? That's Christmas, ain't it?
I think it might be more than Christmas, but I think it's Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah, it's only got one gun in it anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm saying Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is the best Thanksgiving movie.
Yeah, probably.
Was there a gun in that?
No, I don't think so. There might be. No, I don't think so.
No.
Did they have a layover in Chicago? They might. They might have.
Well, that's where they're going.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like maybe that.
Guns in the background that we just didn't see. Yeah.
But what it does have is hilarity.
It is a funny movie. Yeah, I will give it that. Yeah.
I love the car, the K car convertible. There's just nothing left of it.
Moon is saying that's the best John Candy movie?
I don't think so.
Nah.
Uncle Buck, I think, has got to be the best.
Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck was good. Then what was that one where they were security guards? That one was pretty funny.
Security guards.
Oh, you know what? Canadian Bacon. That's probably his best movie.
One where he died in it. Nice.
Canadian Bacon? No, the
One in the middle of making that one, I thought.
No, that was some other one. No, he finished Canadian. I'm sure he did, yeah, because he made movies after that, I'm sure. He did die in the middle of a movie, though. I'm just trying to think which one it was.
Moon makes a good point. Everybody likes John Candy. We just all hope he wasn't a rapist.
Yeah, if that comes out, I'll be devastated.
I'll have to then hate him again.
Yeah. Although, I don't know. Guy that size, how can he rape anyone?
Oh my God. The sizest, and Canadianist.
Oh. Moonfood says he died right after Canadian Bacon. Probably ate too much Canadian bacon.
Was he in Spies Like Us?
I didn't think so. I thought it was Aykroyd and
yeah, it was
Andy.
I know. Aykroyd.
No, it was Aykroyd and Chevy Chase, wasn't it? Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah,
Crumb.
but wasn't John Candy in it though?
He might have had an appearance in it.
Yeah.
That who was Mr. Crumb, the detective one? That was okay.
Yeah.
Callahan is saying he died making Wagons West.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. That's right. I knew it was some kind of Western he died making.
All right, well, so that turned into John Candy. But we had a couple other suggestions for Thanksgiving. Alice's Restaurant. I don't know if I must have seen it, but it doesn't. I don't remember it. I guess you guys haven't either. So I guess we'll
No.
No.
All right. All right, so we'll keep moving to actually, I think we Stoner's birthday yesterday. Dead Horse had it on his Instagram.
Oh, we should have caught that on history.
Yeah, I think that should be on my calendars. I can't believe I don't have that on the calendars. I thought I had Stoner in there. But I guess we missed that yesterday. So, obviously a big-time inventor. Made a bunch of the guns. How do you get rid of this stupid ad? Oh, that's annoying. Battle of Chattanooga, 1863. Wright brothers form $1 million corporation for the commercial manufacture of their airplanes in 1909. 1921, Harding passed the act better known as the Anti-Beer Bill. It forbid doctors to prescribe beer or liquor for medicinal purposes. So that was during Prohibition.
That's just not right.
1936, the U.S. abandons our embassy in Madrid, Spain, because they were in civil war.
Yes, Civil War.
1945, wartime meat and butter rationing ended today in 1945. 1968, 4 men hijack an American plane with 87 passengers from Miami to Cuba. Remember when hijacking was the big thing? Like, oh, our planes get hijacked.
Yep. That was a big joke, was you didn't want to be named Jack and walking through the airport. Saw somebody you knew.
1990, the first all-women expedition to the South Pole sets off from Antarctica on part of a 70-day trip. 12 Russians, 3 Americans, and 1 Japanese. Got to be a joke in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Did they walk into a bar?
Yep.
The first smartphone was introduced in Las Vegas in 1992. All right, nothing but guns though. So there you go.
Oh, that's kind of boring.
Yeah. All right. Well, we tried. So that's the history. We already did the movie of the day. We did no. Did we do a movie? Yeah, we kind of did. We did a gun of the day. We're done.
I got
tonight.
I got something. It's so random. I don't even know when I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. See, and I even put my jacket on. I knew it was coming.
Everybody knows that sound. Time to crack them knuckles, whip out them keyboards, and time for the tactical pop quiz of the day. I'm going to screen share. This is going to be a visual one, so pay attention.
Can the people on Instagram also work or win?
Sure, yeah.
Well, that looks like a boy's. Oh no, I was going to say a boy's anti-tank rifle, but
anti-tank rifle.
Yeah, nope. We just switched. This is the gun, and I will incrementally zoom out.
What? So even you people watching on Instagram can win this right now.
Patriots doesn't like visuals.
What?
Oh, that was a hell of a zoom.
Yeah, it went from like, here's a scratch on the metal to here's the whole thing.
It was a big increment. My bad.
Nothing on YouTube.
Nothing. Oh, Sean Connery on gun channels. Harmonica gun. Why would they call it a harmonica gun, do you think? Yeah, we already got it, G. Oh, G, stop.
I picked the out one, so I had to get really, really, really close to the end.
Yeah. I blame Connery. He just got the answer too quick.
Yeah.
Yes, the answer is harmonica gun.
Buzz Bombs Gaming and Guns gets an honorable mention on the YouTube, but you know, hey, it's a little too slow.
No answers on Instagram at all. None. So I know why they call it a harmonica gun, because you would load a little bit different amount of powder into each one, and then you could make a little tune as you shot it, like.
Well, of course, now that makes sense.
Pew 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 pew.
John, it's not because of the way it looks; it's because you can make music with it.
Exactly.
Yeah, the first Browning semi-auto, not quite, but you can see where the idea. You can see where the idea came, though, eh? You know, it just turn that sideways. You've now got a magazine, right? That goes up in the pistol grip, and you know, so it's all everything's connected.
So we want to encourage everybody to jump over to our YouTube channel, Daily Gun Show, over on YouTube. You can see there what we've got coming up for the next week or so in shows, so you can get an idea. We'll be talking about all kinds of crazy topics next week. But we encourage you to subscribe over there. Once we get to 1,000, it gives us the threshold where we're valid and we can do things, run around. So we're looking to get to that waypoint. So if you would consider jumping over there with your various accounts, subscribe. Please share the channel with people, let people know we're out here. We are trying to get more people to watch us live and listen to the show afterwards, either on the YouTube, you know, just go into videos and watch the old shows, or over on the iTunes.
Most definitely.
Wait, did Bob say the whole hot shot thing?
No,
oh,
he doesn't.
God, I didn't. Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm sorry, Sean. So, Sean, I guess that
slip out of that one.
Right, yeah. So, Sean, I guess that makes you the tactical pop quiz hot shot of the day. Toning that down a little bit for people's ears and for my throat. Excellent. Congratulations, Sean. Good job. Although the zoom out was a little abrupt.
So Pink is watching on the Instagram side, and he said that he's watching on YouTube also, that the Instagram is ahead of the YouTube feed. So it's coming straight off of me. YouTube has to go through YouTube and fart around and then get censored and whatnot, demonetized, and then get sent out to you people. So you get an advantage if you listen on Instagram.
Yeah, everybody's talking about what kind of holster would you need for that gun. Wouldn't be very good for concealed carry.
Yeah, I don't think they got that far in production to make a holster for it. Here's a bag. Here's a burlap bag.
Yeah, here's a bag. But you could probably carry extra magazines.
Oh yeah, easily.
Yeah.
Bullets might fall out, but you know.
Yeah, well, you want to make sure it's nice and tight in there anyway, so you don't get a chain fire. That would not be. Well, I guess that wouldn't be.
That'd be pretty cool.
It certainly surprised the guy you were shooting at. All right. So I don't know. Did that? Yeah, I think that's almost wrapped us up, eh?
Yeah, I'm good.
Thursday, so it'll be. I don't know if Clover Tech will do a show today in honor of thanks and also giving. He may not do a show.
Oh, so he may not be willing to be thankful and giving to us on gun channels. You mean he's too busy with doing that with family? I guess like
loving his family and his children or whatever. So,
well, some people.
If there's any shows tonight, don't think it's Yankees time of the month for our show. So it'll be his own show if he does one. And then, does anybody else have a Thursday? Is Ellis doing something on a Thursday?
Yeah, but he ain't. He's working today.
No. So you remember who else used to do shows? Heavy B. Remember that guy?
Kind of.
He used to do shows. He was back in the Cork days. Anyway, so we don't know what's going on tonight. Maybe stuff will happen. They took away my live feed, so maybe I'll do something over on the gear side. Never know. So otherwise, tomorrow we'll be back with, I don't know, you're not doing early watch. Jimmy's dropping the ball. He's going to get drunk.
Yeah.
Over. So imagine Ponnery, if he's working, he might jump on with some sort of a Black Friday thing. Maybe somebody over on Gun Channels will have like a Black Friday lobby.
Yeah, Ponnery's gonna run a morning show tomorrow. I'll be there and jump in. I'm just not able to run it actually. So yeah.
So mid-range is saying if Clover Tech doesn't do a show, he'll do a leftover show. I'll only promote your leftover show if you've actually posted on effing Gun Channels, because I don't give a shit about promoting shit on YouTube. But if you're a show over on Gun Channels, then that'd be awesome. People could talk about whatever goofy food they got left over.
Yeah, just to throw it out there, midnight, if you need any help or anything like getting set up on Gun Channels, I'll be hanging around for a little bit. So
there you go. So
give me a shot.
No excuses. Hashtag no excuses. So hashtag consider taking all your leftover Thanksgiving slop and feeding it to dogs that are homeless. Like put it out in the alley, let the homeless dogs eat it, or take it to the shelter, right? Anybody ever think of that?
Well, that's a good idea, actually.
Trying to cause shit. So I don't know. We'll see if there's any shows. Otherwise, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll be here, and I don't know. Maybe there will be a whole bunch of Black Friday stuff. Is it even anymore where people go hang out and look for like a free TV or whatever it used to be? Like they get big fights over an Atari or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
So I guess maybe somebody will go live like that. You can see some carnage. And somebody's going to do some kind of like, what do you call it? What's cheap in guns or whatever? Like what gun deals there are?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's usually been a lobby every Black Friday I've been around, so yeah.
So we had 84 people watch us over on Instagram today. So there was only like 17 people watching over here, 18 people watching. So I'm not YouTube shaming you, but what the hell? You're going to let Instagram just totally annihilate you like that? So yeah, tell your friends. Let's get a whole bunch of viewers over here watching the show. And then thanks, Patriot, for mentioning the cards. Yeah, we do have, and I don't do special deals or whatever because I hate Thanksgiving, but if we do throw in extra patches. So if you're buying cards, you're spending a bunch of money, consider spending a bunch of money with us. I got a transmission I'm still trying to pay off, and bills or whatever come in every month. So anybody that buys those cards, that's golden, because I already bought those cards a long time ago. So it's all money in the bank. They're $20 a deck and cheaper if you buy more. And we're giving you all kinds of patches with them for free as a thank you. So yeah, thanks for those people who have bought them and the people that continue to and share that. One of the things that'll keep us going here.
Definitely. So I guess with that, we can wrap it up with our quote. Today's by Theodore Roosevelt. One of my favorite presidents because he liked to hunt and stuff. Let's see, other than that, just like to mention, just like G did, please like, share, subscribe. If you want to support us on Patreon, we do have a Patreon account. The link is in the show description, so you can check that out there if you're so inclined. Theodore Roosevelt's quote: "Every reform movement has a lunatic fringe." Isn't that the truth? How come the Democrats is always so much bigger than ours? On that note, I want to thank everybody for watching and listening, and we'll see y'all tomorrow.
The guys and gals of GunWebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thanks for watching GunWebsites.com.